Hello internets, my name is Wtphu and welcome back to Dream Daddy, a dad dating simulator. Now, it's been I'm getting better. I'm just still not okay. I feel like I'm still in a dark place as I'm recording it. However, what better way to alleviate your darkness than with a date? Wait, where's my... Oh, wait, hold on. I'm trying to get to my second date. Excuse me. Why am I doing this the second time around? Because the audio from the last file did not go too well. And I do have natural reactions, but it's okay. It's fine. It's whatever. Who cares, right? Who cares? I had a lot of fun hanging out with Damien the other day. I wonder what he's up to right now. I opened up Dad book and started writing him a message when Amanda walks in the door. Dad, you got a letter. Oh, is it from Grandma? No, it's from Damien. Whoa. Amanda hands me a piece of old parchment folded into an envelope and sealed with purple wax. Damn, this dude goes all out. I pry off the seal and unfold the letter. In the most beautiful calligraphy, the letter reads, "Dearest friend, I hope you'll find my continued responses endearing rather than trying. One can only hope that my use of the slower, more traditional form of communications will showcase my sincere and earnest sentiments that I greatly enjoy our time together. I write this hastily under the warm embrace of excitement, fearful that I may misstep and speak towards something unwelcoming. For now, I hope you may forgive me for my boldness. I will simply say that your company has greatly occupied my thoughts. While the afternoon may have been derailed by forces unseen, your companionship helped a great deal, not only in the discipline of my child, but in the morale of my spirits. It would mean the world to me, if you allow me, if I could enjoy more of your time. Perhaps a trip to the cinema, followed by a moonlit stroll would be to your tastes. I eagerly wait for your response. With great respects, D. Blood March." Ooh. Amanda and I both look up from the letter. Wow. That's pretty cool. That's pretty uptight. Kudos. He's good. So, you're gonna catch a movie with him? Yeah. I better message him on Dadbook and let him know. Amanda slaps my laptop shut. Not my door. You have to write him back. A real letter. But my handwriting looks like two toddlers fighting over a crayon. Dad, you have to. He wrote you a letter. That's so cool. You can't be uncool, Dad. Will you help me then? I need to class this up. Father, I was made for this. Here's what you do. Find tickets to a show that you two will like, and then enclose it in the letter. Oh, that's classy. Amanda and I hop onto my laptop and peruse showtimes. He doesn't seem like the romantic kind of guy, the romantic comedy kind of dude. Oh, here's one. Vampires Crusade 2. Evil Never Dies. I don't know. That sounds a little bit stupid. Actually, it's a critically acclaimed exploration into the ennuis of existence. It really turns the vampire trope on its head. Really? Nah, there's just a lot of blood and vampire titties. Well, let's go roll the dice with the titties. I purchase the tickets and print them out, then sit down at the table with Amanda trying to draft a nice letter. I start writing. Damien, I do hope that this letter finds you in good health. Good one. What's next? Hey, remember when your son tried to cast Amontillado, that kid? You been good? Dad, he's a Victorian goth with a flair for dramatics. Could you, I don't know, just help you here? Okay, we're trekking along. Let him know how you feel. You find me in good spirits, for I felt very much the same after our last encounter. I did very much enjoy our adventure we found ourselves as last we met. Or that earnest shit was pretty messed up. You do find me in good spirits. I do. I'm in good spirits. Nice. Ask him to hang out already. True art takes time, Amanda. While a strange turn of events, I find myself enamored in the situation at hand. Like, I don't know why I did that, actually. Like, Bringle's landscape with the fall of Icarus. I find myself lost in your details. It makes you sound like you can't read it. Let me, get at that. Bring it home, Dad. Let me take you out. I got 2 tickets for this movie to the thing you love. I would very much enjoy your company, accompanying me to the cinema. It would bring me great pleasure to escort you to the cinema. Smooth. Calling it the cinema is a classy move. Enclosed, you'll find 2 tickets to the thing you love, Vampire's Crusade. Evil Never Dies, which I'm sure you'll find both tantalizing and enjoyable. Namaste. Hard tabs. Hard tabs. Well, we will carry on. Namaste. And then assign my name. My full name. Fancy that way. Wtphu Stone. Is that okay? Amanda reads the letter. My sloppy doctor's letter. That's not a signature. That's print. Excuse me. You spelled his name wrong. Wait, what? Nah. Just trying to keep you on your toes. I hope you do too. Now all you have to do is seal it and put it in his mailbox. Can't it just seal it with tape? That's not authentic enough. I have an idea. I'll be right back. Amanda leaves the room and returns with a candle, a lighter, and a small piece of wood. You gotta have a wax seal. She lights up the candle, which starts to burn down and form a pool of melted wax. What's the other thing? Amanda pours some of the wax onto the folded letter and expertly presses the small piece of wood into it. She lets it dry for a second and pulls the wood away, revealing, here it is, your sigil. A little kitten with a bow tie on its head. Awesome. You know, Hello Kitty's been in my family generation for years and years in the name of the Stone family. Hello Kitty Stone. Oh boy. Scrapbooking stuff has always come in handy, will always come in handy, and is. Well, I guess all there is to do is deliver it to his doorstep now, huh? Oh, I thought we were gonna get a carrier pigeon to that. I already called up my guy. I have a pigeon guy. Marcus has good pigeons. Don't get your pigeons from Anthony. They're no good. I don't want to know if any of that's true, so bye. I head out and walk over to Damien's house. I slip the letter into the slot of his door and go back home. Mission accomplished? Now we play the waiting game. The night finally rolls around where I'm supposed to be meeting Damien. The next day, he had left another beautiful crafted letter thanking me for mine and agreed to the evening. Amanda helped me pick out a nice outfit. I showed up to the theater a little bit early. It was a chilly night and the theater was kind of crowded, but it's still nice. It's still good. How do you do? I jumped at the sound of his voice and turned around to see Damien right behind me. Damien, you gave me a heart attack. How long were you there? I don't know. I just walked up. My apologies for frightening you. Was that thunder? Is it gonna rain soon? I didn't hear anything. What? What? Regardless, the hour grows close. Shall we take our seats to the cinema? I must thank you again for purchasing our tickets. Please allow me to repay the deed in Sour Patch Kids, or perhaps Milk Duds. Let's do it. We get in line to buy snacks. As we're waiting, I hear a familiar voice right behind us. Ugh, my dad is here. I turn around to find Lucien standing a few feet behind us with a gaggle of other goth kids. Lucien, how nice to see you. I didn't know you were coming to the theater. I'm glad to see you spend time of quality with your friends. Whatever, Dad. And what movie will you be attending tonight? My friends and I, my friends, are making me see some kids movie about talking animals. I don't know. I don't really care about it. Is it Utopia? Is it Zootopia? How dare you? Zootopia is good. Well, I do hope you enjoy your evening. We'll be watching Vampires Crusade 2. Evil never dies.
What?
You? Watch that. Yeah, I thought Damien would enjoy it. Good luck with that, Dad. Lucian rejoins his friends and I look over at Damien. Good luck with what? It's nothing. My son loves to tease. We wait in line a little bit longer, and Damien buys us snacks. He seemed a little bit nervous. I wonder what's up. What's wrong? What's up? Damien and I take our seats and settle in for previews. Glancing at him, I can see that he's sweating profusely and gripping his armrest. Is everything okay? Everything's perfectly fine, sir, dear. I mean, I'm so excited for this film. I am a devoted patron of the arts, especially the scary arts. The scarier the arts, the better. Do you have a favorite horror film? Of course I have a favorite horror film. Mine is Halloween Town. Terrifying. Halloween Town is a Disney movie. It's if it's safe for kids, it's probably safe for him, I guess. Oh, interesting. That's odd. I don't seem to remember Halloween Town being that scary. I would have expected him to bring up some sort of strange foreign horror film that I'd never heard of. Damien's knuckles are turning white. It looks like he's about to rip off the armrest. Wait a second. Damien, are you afraid of horror films? Because it does happen sometimes, because I have friends that are afraid of, like, scary things. They're either very scared about movies but okay with games, or they're either really scared of games but okay with movies. And then sometimes they're just scared, period.
What?
You must be joking. I love horror films. The light dims from the film. Damien screams. That was not me. I apologize. I was thinking about something far scarier than this movie, which is not scary at all. We settle in at the film as the film starts. I offer Damien some licorice and he takes one. I take note how his hands are shaking. The title flashes across the screen in bloody letters. Vampires Crusade. Evil never dies. A pale man with long, silver hair, glittering red eyes, and a well-oiled abscess up from a coffin. Awaken, my coven. Two more vampires sit on top, slide the top of their stone coffins onto the floor. Demetrius Movart's brother, is it time? Carmela von Ruden, yes, husband, but alas, but also mortal enemy. It's time. The three look at each other and then to the camera. For the Vampires Crusade. This rules. The trio of vampire flies off into the night as foreboding organs music plays in the distance. Somehow, getting lost in the film. I got lost in the film. As dumb as it sounds, is actually pretty fun. Interesting to me. Fun flick. We get into a tense moment in the movie where Romulus, Trueblood, sits at the truce meeting with the general of the human army, whose wife Romulus has fallen in love for. So Romulus is the dude that likes the general's wife. Okay. Romulus, it's good to finally meet you. General, I agree. It's good to finally blood you. Romulus leaps out and slashes the general's throat. Blood splatters over everything, including the camera. Damien screams again, reflexively grabbing my hand. Aww. I immediately blush, forgetting about any vampires or vampire blood.
What?
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Damien retracts his hand and places it back on his lap. I was writing a novel in my head about blood magic and I got an extremely scary part. Damien goes back quietly stressing out about the movie. It's kind of cute that he won't admittedly say that he's afraid of it. I wish he would hold my hand again. I might be scared too. I might give him a reason to hold my hand. Maybe I could do something to try and make him feel more comfortable. I got it. I'll do what all dads do best. Talk during movies. Either I tell a dad joke that cringes, point out a plot hole, ask what's happening. Let's tell a dad joke. Where did the dog go? Where does the dog go when it loses its tail? Where? To the retail store. I yelled that one a bit too loud for a crowded movie theater, but I can see Damien smiling. Good one, my friend. The rest of the movie goes by relatively smoothly, with only a few whimpers from Damien. Maybe he would have liked the romantic comedy better. We get to the final scene of the movie where Romulus Bad Blood and the General's wife embraced each other in his crypt. It appears that the true vampire crusade was the vampire crusade in our hearts, our cold, unbeating hearts. Romulus and the General's wife begin making out hard. The film fades to black at the end, and the end appears on screen, but then it hard cuts to Demetrius and his rival lover, Carmela, who watches the two from afar. Oh no, twist ending. Our bloodline has been pure for 1,000 years. Romulus has betrayed us by loving a human woman. It's only a short time before. The next Crusaders, Episode 3. The evil must die again. More thunder, more ominous organs. The movie fades out, and a bloody question mark now accompanies the end. Woo! Damon and I walk out of the movie theater amidst throngs of chattering moviegoers. He's a little more pale than I remember, but otherwise survived the encounter. He seemed a little kind of invigorated. What an interesting film. While the premise admittedly struck me as pedestrian, I was intrigued by its harrowing love story and great attention to details in the regard to vampire lore. Yeah, it was pretty good. A lot of vampire titties, more than I thought there would be. Come, the night is young. Let's take a stroll. I don't know why. Damon is making a point not to telling me where he's taking me. Still, I enjoy the walk in cool air night. Being alone with Damien is a lot better than being in a crowded theater. Lovely tonight, isn't it? As lovely as the company, yes. He thinks I'm lovely. Ah! I'm lovely. Thank you. Damn. Okay, here comes a smooth response. Wait. If I say okay, I sound like an angsty teenager, so thank you. No problem. Crushed it. Yes. We both stand there feeling a little awkward, I'm sure. One smooth operator. Are you getting a little hungry? We can maybe stop and grab something to eat if you like. Worry not, friend. I have a plan. We turn to the corner and are greeted by a gate for a cemetery. What? Are we going in there? A little bit of Victorian flavor, my friend. Trust me. I'm a bit envious, but Damien hasn't led me... A little bit nervous, but Damien hasn't led me wrong. I followed his lead as we walk into the cemetery. Statues of angels stare down at us as we follow a path through the faded tombstones. As we crest a small hill, we get a beautiful view of the city. The night lights sparkle around us. I gotta hand it to him. For being in the cemetery, this is strangely romantic. Picnicking in the graveyard is an old Victorian tradition, as appropriate finish to an evening about vampires, wouldn't you say? With a flourish, Damien produces a blanket and picnic basket. Wait, where were you hiding that? Under my cloak? Duh. Oh, right. Damien unfolds the blanket and we're both sitting down, gazing out at the city lights. He produces a bottle of red wine and a fine selection of cheese. In the Victorian era, there were no public art galleries, parks, or botanical gardens to speak of. Once rural graveyards became a more popular alternative to church burials, they became the only place that people could see beautiful plant life and fine sculpture. This makes sense. That's actually pretty cool. I have a question though. How are you so okay with being in a graveyard, but you have trouble with a scary movie? I wasn't... He sighs deeply. Okay, yes, I was extremely scared by that movie. I was not writing a book about blood magic in my head. I just have never been good at those. I just feel as if because of how I look and act, people expect me to love horror films, so I must play the part. Truth be told, I don't know if I have the constitution for them. Damn, Damien, I'm so sorry. If I had known, I would suggest another film. It's quite alright. I actually did find myself enjoying this one, thanks to your help. Graveyards, however, I think there's something rather beautiful about death. Cemeteries are traditionally built away from cities, away from the realm of the living, and it keeps us rather separate from it. To acknowledge death and become comfortable with it, I think gives us a certain intimate knowledge to ourselves, of ourselves. To sit among the generations of those who came between us, to be truly alive in the midst of so much death, brings me great joy. Thank you. Death helps me appreciate life, to savor every second. We sit and enjoy our food and wine. I don't feel scared anymore. Never thought I'd be comfortable sitting alone in a graveyard at night, but I actually feel very peaceful. Suddenly, it doesn't seem like we're alone. Off into the distance, I see a shadowy figure in the trees. What is that? I'm not too sure. It noticed us. I'm paralyzed with fear as it begins to lumber slowly towards us. Its shape takes more of an animal form, more feral. I look to Damien for help, but he's just as afraid and fixed as I am. I want to scream, but it's stuck in my throat. The creature gets closer, moving faster. Woof! Oh, it's a dog. As it finally comes into the light, the friendliest, dumbest little Boston Terrier I've ever seen pulls its owner towards us. The dog trots over to Damien and sniffs out his hand. Damien looks ecstatic. He ruffles the dog's fur happily. What a beautiful dog. Hey. We both look up and not expecting to see... Thanks. Robert? What are you doing here on this lovely evening? Hunting cryptids. What? What? I didn't know you had a dog. This ain't my dog. I found her wandering on the streets, put a leash on her, and now we're walking around in the graveyard together. Hunting cryptids. Damien and I share a look. May I give her a treat? Sure. Wouldn't give her cheese, though. Not to worry. Damien reaches into the depths of his cloak and produces a small dog treat. What else is he hiding in there? God. The dog laps up to the treat and crunches away. Tail wagging furiously, Damien continues to smooth down her fur. Thanks. My absolute pleasure. Damien shakes the dog paw. Lovely to meet you, my friend. May our paths cross again. Robert and his dog disappears into the darkness again. Damien stares after them. I didn't know you liked dogs. Victorians love dogs, actually. Most Victorian women of high fashion would always be accompanied by a small dog such as a terrier or a Maltese. I think big dogs are also nice, too. Yeah, man, dogs are cool. I do believe we had enough excitement for one night. What say we make our way home? Damien hops to his feet and extends a hand to help me up. I gladly take it as my knees aren't what they used to. He packs up his picnic basket and leads us out to the graveyard. As we begin to walk home, I take one last look at the cemetery. It really is beautiful. I do have one near my house too, actually. Hard to say. Like a proper gentleman, Damien walks me to my doorstep. Thank you, ever so kindly, for your company tonight. Damien, it was my pleasure. Wtphu, if you allow me, it would bring me great joy to offer you a token of my affection. Damien reaches out into his cloak and pulls out a folded, monogrammed handkerchief. He presses it in my hand. Wow, Thank you, Damien. I'll use this to dry my tears for those I've lost. I can't wait to sneeze in this. I'm gonna... Eggplants! I love eggplants. A noble purpose. Damien shuffles his feet. I just want to say it's rare to find someone like you. Someone who's open to my... eccentricities. It's nice to feel so accepted. Thank you. Damien gives my hand a squeeze. Aw. Damien blushes and hastily retracts his hand. I must take my leave. Good night. Before I can say anything, he's gone. Huh. I unlock the door and step inside. Like a whirlwind, Amanda runs from the window and plops down on the couch, trying to look nonchalant. Amanda, my daughter. Hey, Dad, what's up? Were you watching me from the window? No, I was just... Okay, yeah. How was the movie? Lots of vampire titties. Told ya. But as it turns out, Damien is Wait. Amanda does not need to know this. I'll keep it between me and Damien. Scary cool. Yeah, he's totally cool. It's scary. Ooh. Nice save, Tyler. You don't want to mess with Damien. Nope, he's super scary. He made me scream like a girl. Did you know that graveyards used to be a place to throw parties? I might have misremembered that. Okay. Wow, that's pretty punk. Also, we saw a dog. Definitely thought it was a werewolf for a minute, though. How can you be so sure that it wasn't a werewolf? How can you be so sure that I'm not a werewolf? And how can I be so sure that you're not a werewolf? Amanda's eyes narrow. I don't trust you. Nor I you. We make intense, wary eye contact for a second. Anyways, I'm calling it for the night. Don't stay up too late, will ya? I'll try not to howl at the moon past midnight. If you press the ignition too long, you'll just flood the engine. Yes! Dad date. Let's go. That was a lot better, I guess. Okay, cool. A lot better points. I don't get it, but...
My dear friend, you've simply taken the egg on this one. Taken the egg is it's a Victorian phrase. It technically means winning, so, ultimately, you've won.
That's so adorable. That's cute. That's so cool. Well, it's been a long day. I'm just about ready to pack in. After a few bites of ice cream from the freezer, I turn off all the lights and walk down the hallway to my room. I wonder if Amanda is still awake. That kid needs some sleep. As I pass by her room, I can hear a faint sound, but can't quite make out what it is. I get a little closer. Is she crying? I knock on the door gently. Hey, Amanda. The crying immediately stops. Not right now! Her voice sounds strange, she sniffled. I need to make sure she's okay. I open the door. In the dark, I can see Amanda outlined in the middle of her bed, knees hugged up against her body. Is everything okay, sweetie? I don't want to talk about it. Either I persist or I leave her alone. Normally, well, in some cases you are allowed to or not allowed to persist, but I feel like she needs to approach me about it. Alright, I'll leave you be. I back out of the room and close the door gently behind me. She immediately starts crying again. Wow. I had no idea what's so upsetting her. What has her so upset? She seemed totally normal. I feel awful just leaving her to cry, but I also get the feeling that if I tried to do anything else, it would only make her more upset. I can't stop mentally cycling through all sorts of awful things she could have been dealing with right now. More than anything, I just want her to be happy and safe. I'm having a hard time falling asleep, but when I finally do, I still think about Amanda. After a long night of very little sleep, I rolled out of bed and make myself a pot of coffee. Amanda should be up from school soon. Maybe she'll be willing to talk about what's bothering her. About 10 minutes before she's supposed to leave, Amanda comes out of her room and makes a beeline for the freezer. Morning, Amanda. Morning. She drops a frozen waffle in the toaster and slams the freezer door. She won't look at me. Ugh. So, anything big going on at school today? No? Okay. Do you need to ride to school? No? Okay. Want some coffee? Amanda pulls the toaster lever and takes her still freezer burned waffle out before it finished cooking. I have to go. Amanda picks up the bag, opens the door, and storms out. Ow. Okay. I haven't seen her act like this in a long time. It's usually short-lived, but it always hurts. Hopefully this blows over and things are back to normal. I sit back at the kitchen table and looking at the picture of Amanda and I hanging on the wall. In it, I'm teaching her how to ride a bike. Her face is a mixture of excitement and pure, unadulterated fear. I remember how determined she was. Every time she would fall off and scrape her knee, she would get up and try again. Finally, I had to stop her because she was bleeding everywhere. Then she started to cry because she didn't think she needed bandages and wanted to keep trying. As I put the bike away, she just stood in the middle of the street screaming. Then I took her for ice cream and it was like nothing ever happened. After giving a bit of thought, I decided if I forced her to talk about it, I'm only going to make things worse. But I have an idea. I start rummaging through the ingredients. I hear Amanda walk into the door. Instead of heading for the kitchen like she usually does, she makes a beeline to her room. She's clearly trying to avoid me. Hey, Pumpkin? What? Can you come down for a second? There's a moment of silence. Yeah. I wanted to say I'm sorry about last night. I'm just worried about you, kiddo. I get scared when I know something's wrong, and I get even more scared when I feel like I can't do anything about it. Dad, So, just whatever it is, and you don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but whatever it is, just know that you have a dad in your corner who wants you to be happy.
Oh, no.
Honey, you know I'm bad with words, so I'm hoping I could speak a language you can both understand. I pull a cake out from the refrigerator and place it on the table. Hopefully the frosting has set it by now. Ta-da! Dad. It took me a really long time because I ran out of red frosting somewhere around sad, and I had to start over, and this is beautiful. It's strawberry. Amanda gives me a big old hug. I grab some plates and forks and served us a couple of delicious cakes. So, it's really stupid. What is? The whole thing? I know I've been weird lately, but there's just, I don't even know how to explain it. I feel like I might have to make you a chart. I'm listening. Do you want me to take notes? I guess I should start from the top. So, you know how Emma Armour's going to that fancy art school in California, right? Emma R. Let's save here because I don't want to get it wrong. The one who puked in Death Goth Beyond? Yeah, the best friend, you got it. Yeah, proud of you, Dad. Anyways, ever since she got the acceptance letter, I've been feeling like she's drifted away, you know? And she's been spending a lot more time with Grace and Emma P. I just thought it was on my head for a while, but then I found out from Rosie M that both the Emmas, Grace and Noah, were all at the party at KZF's. On the same night, they all told me they were busy studying for Calc AB final. Ugh.
Oh.
So, another important piece of information is, God, this is embarrassing. I have a crush on Noah, and that's the thing. Wait, I had no idea. I definitely didn't know that. Okay, continue. You're a bad liar, Dad. So are you. I learned from the worst. Ouch. Fine. Anyways, so the only person I told about the crush was Emma R, and she promised not to tell anybody. I didn't confront them about the party thing because I didn't want it to start drama, so I just kept quiet and kept going about my business. Amen aside. And then one day I invited everyone out to get nachos at the mall, and after not texting me back for like 2 hours, even though none of them puts their phone down for more than 60 seconds, they all say they're busy, like simultaneously. So I tell them, never mind. I'll just eat nachos at home, right? But we're out of chips, and I really want nachos. Totally understandable. So I go to the mall anyways. I get to the food court, and who do I see there but Grace, Emma P, Emma R, and Noah, all hanging out together and eating nachos without me. How could they? It gets better. I'm standing by the escalators watching them, and I realize that Noah has his arms around Emma R, which is kind of weird, right? But then they kiss. No. Yeah, I know. So I stormed over there, and I'm like, hey. And then Grace drops a nacho on her shirt because, of course she does. And Emma R just like glares at me. Grace. Nothing's coming up. I don't know who that is. Grace is the gossipy one? I know. Grace is the one nobody really likes. Or I guess that's me now. But anyways, nobody will say anything, and I'm just like, you guys suck. I realize this is not the most eloquent thing to say, but I was very angry and really embarrassed, and I just wanted to get out of there. So I left without nachos, might I add, which only further contributed to this bad day, and immediately drafted a super long text to the group chat asking them about why they've been so weird. And I wrote another one to Emma R, asking how long Noah has been with her, and sorry, I know there's a lot. Are you still following? What did Emma R say? Oh, okay, get a load of this. Emma R says, wait, you know what? Let me just read it to you. Amanda pulls out her phone and read, word for word, an arduously long string of text messages. Can you believe that? I guess. I care so much about Amanda's social life and mental well-being, but man, I don't understand what she's talking about. This is all beyond me, and I'm trying my hardest to support. They were dating and secret for like months. So I told her that she's been a really terrible friend, and she's like, well, if you think I'm so terrible, then just stop being my friend. And I'm like, okay. And then she left me on read, and then, wait, left me on read. What is that? Oh, like, she saw my message and didn't reply, and I know because there's a read receipts. I don't know what receipts are, but I'm going to nod and pretend I understand. Gotcha. So, while this is all happening, I'm talking to Emma P about how I'm mad because she, at least, is being kind of reasonable, and I'm venting to her about how pissed off I am at everybody and stuff. And then, out of nowhere, Noah texts me and says, how could you say that about me? I'm like, say what about you? And he's telling me that Emma P sent screenshots of everything I told her to the group chat that I got kicked out of. Okay, I think you'll ask me at screenshots, but that definitely sounds bad. There's so much more, but it's honestly all just really stupid teenager stuff. It's an Amanda problem. The bottom line is that everybody dropped me, half my grade hates me, and now I have no friends. Sweetie, Amanda, I'm so sorry. I almost expected it from everybody else, but Emma R has been there since Dad died. I can't believe she would just stab me in the back like that. I'm not even mad that she's dating Noah. I'm just upset that she lied to me for so long. Amanda stabs the remnants of her cake. Oh. Actually, okay, I take that back. I am kind of mad at she dating Noah. Like, what did I do wrong? Why did everyone just silently decide I'm not cool anymore? Why wasn't I enough? I don't understand. And as mad as I am at everyone, like, I miss them, Dad. Amanda looks so dejected I almost can't take it. What could I possibly say to help?
Oh.
Anyways, that's it. That's the whole sordid tale. Thanks for listening. Tune in next week for more hot gossips from the Amanda Show. Amanda Show. Nope. Okay. Nope. Not gonna do that again. Wow. I know it's pretty dumb. It's not dumb, honey. Knowing that you have feelings is not dumb. No, it's a stupid thing to be upset over. Amanda, your feelings are real. Don't ever be mad at yourself for having feelings. I guess? Unless you're secretly been a robot who's been approximating human feelings this whole time. Dad, if I was a robot, I would have transformed into like a monster truck a long time ago. But seriously, I know you probably don't want advice, but I feel like it's my duty as a dad to bestow upon you a few nuggets of fatherly wisdom. Not all friendships last forever. Real friends don't do that, and then there's high school sucks. Actually, I think it's more appropriate if I say high school sucks because of everything else. Honey, high school sucks. You make friends with people just because they're there. When you're still living in your hometown, there's a pretty small pool of people to choose from. But once you go to college and once you get out of there into the real world, you're going to be exposed to all sorts of people, and it's going to be easier to make friends with people who really get you. Some of those friendships can last a lifetime. I mean, look at me and Craig. And some of them only last a little while, and that's okay. You're going to make so many friends, so many awesome new friends at our school. Ultimately, I think this says way more about their character than it does about you. Because you're awesome, and if they can't see that, well, that's their problem. I'll keep that in mind. I looked down at the table. Did we just finish the whole cake? Strawberry too. Yes, we just ate that whole cake. Well, good talk. Amanda gets up to go to her room. Before she closes her door, she turns around. Hey, Pops? Yes, honey? Thank you. You are always welcome. Love you, Amanda.
I love you too, Dad.
No. I'm not ready for that. When that line itself strings your heart, I'm not ready. I'm not ready for that. That hit me in the heart gonad so very hard. Oh God. So I'm going to leave this episode here for today with Dream Daddy. And I admit, despite how I'm feeling lately about being depressed and pre or post suicidal, I'm getting better. I'm getting okay. Even if the date did brighten up my day a second time. Again, this month of October, we are fundraising for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. And the last time I checked, we had $5 donated on the goal of $250. I hope you guys get the chance to donate as well for this amazing cause and support those that are in need of companionship or need of help. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, leave a like down below and a comment about your favorite dad joke or dad moment. And don't forget to subscribe and click on my bell icon for notifications on the next time there is a charity live stream on my channel and the next time that we make another episode of Dream Daddy. I'm really excited to play other dads except Joseph, who I know what's happening, but it's a Tyler problem. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Wtphu. I'm your friend, and I'll see you next time. Bye!